What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute. It's time to do a stereo system in a boat. Now, boats produce all kinds of headaches and nightmares when it comes to mounting speakers, running wires. Sounding good and sounding great are two totally different things when it comes to a boat. From speaker angles to acoustics to bass, if you actually want to hear something, the investment level, unfortunately, is vast when you want quality sound. We didn't spare any expense on this stereo system for multiple reasons. One, last year we just finished this boat build, all complete new aluminum deck and you know, stairs front and back and seats and all those things. Well, since we didn't incorporate a stereo system into the build at the time, going back and cutting brand new holes in brand new aluminum, be very hard to do. It's a big commitment, but I've got a solution. Actually, Wetsounds has the solution for this build. Now, I don't want to get this wrong. This is a Stealth 6. Okay, this is the 21-inch bar. And then this is the Wetsounds Bluetooth controller. Okay, there's a handful of companies that make controllers like this. This is the Wetsounds one. Okay, plugs right into a Carling switch panel, which I put on all my boats. Luckily, we had a spare hole there for it. And then to go along with that, this is the ATS 10, or the Stealth 10. Okay, yeah, that's what ST stands for. But I wanted to show you guys why we went with this. Now, yeah, you're going to get a sound bite at the end, how good that's going to be through a cell phone across YouTube, but the point is, everything from Wetsounds is self-contained, okay? You want to add a sub to your current system. This 10-inch is like 11.5, 12 deep, like 14 by 13, all plastic molded, okay, bolted into place. It's got a little crossover EQ back here in the back to adjust the system, which I've already done. It's very simple. And the Stealth bar here, I'm sorry, yeah, the Stealth Surge, okay, plug and play, man. Comes with roll bar mounts, comes with whatever kind of mount that you want, but don't be overwhelmed by this, because that's all the wires from this and from this and from this. They're all color coded. They're all very well labeled, and well, they work. Now, we did add one more thing to this, and this is a little 3.5 millimeter filter. The PAC 3.5 high pass filter or whatever. It just clarifies the signal, and it's a noticeable difference. So the only other thing that we added to the system is a splitter to be able to split the signal, because 3.5 millimeter that comes off of that has to go to the bass and the sound bar. The downside: this package deal is $1,600. Yeah, $1,600. But the sound bar is 21 inches wide. My console is 24 inches wide at the base. Okay, and the underneath the console, the area that doesn't get used a whole lot, is getting a sub. The only holes that I have to drill for this system per this install is mounting locations for both. I already have a hole for this. The fuse panel's right there. I don't have to run wires anywhere because the wires are going to be within 3 feet of one another and the fuse panel. It's going to save me all kinds of time, labor, headache of running wires, figuring out what size wires I need to run for what distance. That way I don't lose signal loss and all that. Wetsounds has already done all that, and the cords on these things are ridiculous. Let's look at that real quick. So, see how big my thumb is there? Everything is all run together, heat shrink, okay? Make sure everything's turned off here, but and then this one off the sub, all the same. Everything is color coded and labeled. Now, the sub also has a controller where you can vary the, that's not it. Anyway, it's a little knob where you can vary the bass boost. Ultimately, I don't think I'm going to install that. I'm going to give it to the owner and say, here it is, because I think it's kind of redundant. I like my system set up to where I get the most out of the sub without doing damage. And I'm sure since this is all engineered together, I could probably max it out. Right now it's set at 3/4, which I think sounds amazing with 0 distortion, with the volume on the phone turned up to 3/4. You know what I'm talking about, guys. The Bluetooth slide on the side of your phone, once it turns to red, that's 3/4. That's, you know, that's the recommendation for you to stop. And it is very, very loud. Very impressed. The Surge here, the 21-inch bar, has 6 3.5-inch speakers, 4 mids and 2 highs. I think that's right. Really good sound out of that. You know, made for razors, UTVs, anything where an outdoors setting, okay? Wetsound stuff comes with a 2-year warranty. That's pretty sweet too. So enough chit chat. I'm gonna mount this up and then let's turn it on. Okay, so we got to hurry up because it's raining like right over there, and I want to get this backed in the shed here before we get done. So got our Mic Tuning rock lights on, and then everything's soundproof, pretty good. Yeah, so I had to grab another phone to go ahead and try to play some music because, yeah, all right. That's 3/4 on the phone, 3/4 on the phone. Still trying to check all my vibrations here and make sure that if there's something that I can soundproof for the boat owner. But man, this thing sounds amazing, dude. So you guys notice it is quite a bit louder back here at the helm and the back half of the boat. The reason we're going to do that is because you want to overpower that outboard. All right, so you either want the speakers in between you and the outboard facing you, or right in your face as you're driving. If you guys are getting ready to put a sound system in your boat, keep that in mind, because a little bit goes a long way if you have everything directionally mounted correctly. I mounted 2 speakers. Granted, it was a $1,600 investment, but I think I spliced 3 wires. I hooked up 2 power leads, 2 grounds, and then connected 3 blue wires to for the remote, which is the BTS tuner, telling the amplifiers in the other speakers to turn on. So I can't do any better than that. That's awesome. Y'all stay safe, shoot straight, shoot off, and don't forget to wear the personal flotation devices while you're out there chasing God's critters, and I will see you out there on the water.